guys, welcome back to my channel. In a new year, it is officially 2021. We're kind of well into 2021. I am kind of a little late to the game on goals videos and all of that stuff, but it is never too late to set goals and intentions and reflect on the past year and just decide what you want to be different. So I figured I would still film this video for you guys. I really hope that you enjoy it. If you do like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That really helps me and YouTube to know that you guys like videos like this and you want to see more, maybe like planning, organization, motivational videos. So definitely let me know if you enjoy this. And of course, if you're not already, be sure to subscribe down below as well. So I know there are already like so many videos on how to set goals, goal setting tips, and how to actually stick to your goals and things like that. And all of those are really, really great videos. So I didn't want to do that exact same concept. I still wanted to do like a goal setting theme, but I wanted to do something a little bit different and actually give you guys a resource to actually help you track your goals throughout the entire year. I'm going to be going over a few tips just very briefly at the beginning, and then I will move into some of my goals and how I plan to track each of those goals throughout the entire year, January to December. And I've also created a free printable for you guys to use to track your own goals. So this is what it looks like, but I will also insert some footage closer up so you guys can see what the printable looks like. And if you are interested in downloading it, I will have the link in the description box of this video. So let's get started with a few tips that I have for you guys when it comes to setting your goals. And these tips I feel like are a little bit more unique. I mean, of course I can say create SMART goals, specific, measurable, all of that good stuff. Although that is definitely helpful and 100% true, I'm gonna be kind of going through some more unique, like fun tips, if you will. So my first tip is actually pre-goal setting. So before you sit down and make your goals, if you haven't already, really take some time, like block out 30 minutes to an hour to either journal or meditate or just do something like that you can really clear your mind, get in a totally free space and evaluate and reflect on the past year or your life as a whole. I think this step is super important and it's something that a lot of people don't spend a whole lot of time on. And I think that that's really crucial because you've got to be honest with yourselves, first of all. If you really want to meet a new goal, you really have to be honest with yourself on what you really need to improve on in your life to be able to reach the goals that you want and also to better your relationships with other people in your life. So if you're looking back and you're like, you know what, I feel like I'm selfish, and that's something I really want to work on. Like that's hard to come to terms with sometimes, but it's really important and it's going to be amazing once you actually identify that and can work through that yourself through goal setting. Of course, this doesn't mean like pick out every single negative thing about yourself and just try to fix it. Absolutely not. Still practice self-love and appreciation for yourself and the achievements that you've already made this far in your life. Like that's also a really important step. When I say reflection and evaluation, self-appreciation is also a really important step here because you don't want to get down on yourself and create a list of 50 goals that you want to just like completely remake who you are. That's not the point, and I think you guys know that. So be honest with yourselves while still giving yourself grace. That's really important. Another great way to hold yourself accountable is to tell other people. I know this is one that we probably hear a lot. I'm not saying shout it from the rooftops, talk about it 24/7 to where you annoy people, but just saying to your mom or your husband, your significant other, your best friend, whoever it might be, just saying, hey, I have this goal. I really, really, really want to achieve it this year, and I need your help to try to hold me accountable. And this can be tough too, because sometimes if we set a goal for ourselves and it's not going as planned by like March, say, and that person does call you out on it, it can be tough to hear, but you have to promise yourself and that person that you're not gonna get mad or defensive. So this one I think is really, really great if you can, of course, still maintain a good relationship with that person, even if they are saying, hey girl, you told me you were gonna stick to that goal and like, I don't know if you have been. Maybe we should get back on track, Another thing that's really fun to do when setting goals, and I know a lot of people are like, keep your goals realistic and all of that, which is true. Definitely keep your goals for a time frame very realistic. But something that's really fun for goal setting is to sit down and take 30 minutes or so and really dream up like your perfect life, your perfect self, your perfect life, your perfect perfect family, what that would look like, your perfect job, house, everything. And just visualize that and think, if there were no risks, if there were no struggles, like nothing holding me back, what would my perfect life look like? And that of course looks different for all of us, but I think that is so fun, first of all, and you can do it in a vision board or something like that. I'm actually doing another video on creating a vision board for myself, which I'm really excited about because I've never done a vision board ever before, actually. I printed out all the pictures, and I don't know, in my new space, in my new office, I just think that is going to be like such a game changer for this space. I'm so excited about it. So you can kind of just create a vision board for your dream life. I know a lot of people create vision boards for like this specific year, which is what mine will be about, but create one for like just your dream life, and then start picking apart what you have on that board. Say you have like this huge white house. What are you going to do to eventually just get a little bit closer to that? You know, each year set a goal underneath that goal of how you could hopefully achieve that one day. Maybe it's move to a more rural area so I can have a bigger house, you know, or work really hard and get a raise at work. Little things like that. Those are smaller sub goals that could potentially, after, you know, several years, lead you to having your dream house. Another thing that I read somewhere, I think I saw it maybe on Instagram or something like that, that really stood out to me was the notion of, you know, we always think when we're setting goals, what if I fail? We can get worked up like thinking about the scenarios that might happen if we don't achieve a specific goal. Instead of thinking that, literally as soon as that thought enters your brain, scratch it out and think about these scenarios that would happen if you succeed. So instead of what if I fail, what if you succeed? What would your life look like if you succeeded and reached that goal? And again, visualize this, put it on paper, put it in a vision board, put it on a Pinterest board. How would your life be different if you reached that goal? Say it is working harder at work and achieving a raise. How would your life look different? Would you be able to pay off debt and you would have a little bit of extra spending money? Would you be a little bit less stressed because you're not having to worry about a lot of financial struggles? Or if it's a fitness goal or a health goal, like how would your life look different if you actually reach that goal? Would you be able to, you know, go hiking with your friends when they ask because you're actually fit and healthy and you're not worried about that? It doesn't cause excess anxiety. Would you just be healthier? Would you feel better? Would you sleep better at night? I mean, just so many things that you can come up with, but it's super important to visualize what your life would look like if you succeeded at that goal. I think that's so important, and actually something a lot of people probably don't do. You kind of set goals and you're like, I want to drink more water, you know, and you don't really think, how would my life look if I succeeded that goal? Would you have clearer skin? Would you feel just like overall better? Would you wake up less groggy? I mean, just like a lot of different things like that you don't necessarily think about. You just hear other people setting these goals and you're like, I would also like to drink more water. I'm gonna put that down, you know? Actually visualize your goals and see, is that something you want really bad and are willing to assume risk for? You know, drinking water, you're not really assuming much risk, but other bigger goals, there are some risks involved. I totally understand that. And I think that is the biggest thing that holds us back from trying to really achieve those goals is the risk involved. So take that question, what if I succeed, and compare the reward that you're going to gain from achieving that goal to the risk that you're going to assume when you are actively trying to reach that goal. So is the reward greater than the risk? And if it is, which it usually is, if you're really interested in this goal, if you put it on your list, I would say that usually your reward is probably going to be greater than your risk. So I keep using the example of you want to work really hard and get a raise at work, and that could eventually lead to paying off debt or getting a bigger house, upgrading your car. I mean, whatever it might be. Obviously, some risk might be assumed with this. Like, say you have a family, a risk might be you will have to take a little bit more time away from your family if you have to work at something. Say you want to start a business, like you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to start a side hustle, you want to start an Etsy shop, anything like that. Of course, there is risk involved. There's always risk involved, but Imagine your life if you succeeded with that business venture. It would just be 10 times better than any risk that you would ever take. You know, starting a business, starting any side hustle like that is not easy. It's a lot of work, a ton of hours, probably just as much as a full-time job. The risk would be working 80 hours a week. If you have a full-time job plus you're doing that, you're gonna be working a lot. It might be taking away time from your family. That's a risk. Are you at a point in your life right now where that risk is okay to take? You know, if you succeed, would it pay off in the long run? And usually it would, but that's up to you. And you might sit down and realize some goals just aren't in the cards at this point in your life. And that's okay. You don't always have to compare yourself to every other person and say, well, they have a bunch of goals. I need to have goals. I have to get this done by this year. You don't have to. It's okay to be calm and content with your life currently. That's okay too. Of course, time frames always help when setting your goals. You know, having the big dream goals and then sub goals underneath those, and then sub goals even underneath your sub goals. I mean, I love a good sub goal. They just keep you on track, and that is kind of what you'll see in my printable. I like to stay on track with them. I like to achieve tasks that are going to get me further in that goal. Say you want to start like a new fitness class. Say you want to go to yoga class or something, and you're going to a studio or whatever, and say you want to complete 10 classes in 1 month. It's a numeric goal that you can track. You can say, did I hit 10 or did I not? It's a yes or no. It's not like, well, yeah, I did work out more, you know? It's not vague. So we love that. We love a goal that's not vague. Time frames are always great. Once you reach that time frame, that leads you right into a perfect place to set a new goal. So that's why, again, I created a printable that's for each month, because I think goal setting for each month is super important, even more so than like yearly resolutions. Monthly goals are like my jam. And lastly, reward yourself. It is hard work tracking goals, setting goals, change in general. It's hard. It's hard, and you deserve a reward. You know, if you have fitness goals, a lot of people reward themselves with like a cheat meal or something like that. I know a lot of people say not to do that, but honestly, you just have to test it out and see what reward works for you and doesn't get you off track, but gets you motivated to continue doing what you're doing to get another reward at the end of the next time frame. So for instance, if you are doing those yoga classes, in our last example, if you did complete those 10 classes, go out and get yourself a new workout set. That is very motivating for me. I love a new workout set, or get you a new yoga mat or anything related to that goal. That would be really cool because it keeps you motivated, but it's something new and fun and fresh that you can look forward to each month. Or with your goal of working extra at work to get a raise, or working more on your side hustle to kind of get that started. Say you set the goal of, I want to work 2 extra hours a day on my side hustle or on work. It's numeric, it's trackable. Did you do that every day? If you did at the end of the week or at the end of the month or whatever, however you want to track it, then maybe you just allot yourself 2 hours to do absolutely nothing, or just to do something that you want to do for you. You've been working your ass off. It is time to reward yourself. Do that by scheduling a mani-pedi for yourself, scheduling a massage for yourself, laying in your bed and watching YouTube videos. Whatever it is for you, schedule some time for yourself. That can be your reward, and it can kind of reset you and get you a little bit more motivated to continue working towards those goals. All right, next up, I'm going to go through a few of my own goals. I'm only going to be highlighting a few that I really want to like track this year, and then of course showcasing how I use the monthly printable that you guys can download. Okay, so this year I really want to grow my YouTube channel. Obviously YouTube is a huge part of my life. So on my goals, I actually have 100,000 subscribers on my goal, that's a big goal. I mean, I have like a little over 50,000 right now, so doubling that in 1 year could be tough. It's a big goal. I might not reach it, but you know, come June or July, sort of mid-year, if I'm not on track with that, then I can always reassess then. So how I would track that goal using my monthly printable. When using this printable, there are goals numbered 1 through 5. So you can write each goal in the little box. These can be monthly goals or yearly goals. I have some of both. 100,000 subscribers is definitely a yearly goal. I'm obviously not going to hit that in January, so that's a yearly goal, but I want to do some tasks in January to stay on track with that goal. So that's why I'm including it in the January goal sheet. So I would write 100,000 subscribers in the goal box, and then next to it we have 4 slots for tasks that you want to complete in January to get you a little bit further to reach that goal. One task that I think will help me grow my channel a little bit is to do a how-to video, which is actually this video that I'm filming right now. So in January, I'm going to put film how to track goals video because that is a searchable video. Plus I'm really going to market this printable and lead back to this video. So I think that would help grow my channel. Another one would be post an Amazon video. Amazon videos are always really great for my channel. So I think that would be a task that I could put underneath here. Also, another task would be collabing with a brand or another YouTuber. I would love to do that in January, and that always is just a good way to grow your channel as well. Another goal that would be more monthly specific is to practice self-love daily. This is something that I really wanted to do throughout the entire year of 2021, but specifically I set that goal for January just because I have been really down on myself. I'm really hard on myself a lot of times. I know you guys probably don't see that, but I just think it's important for me to really work on myself this year. I'm gonna put that as a January goal. And for the tasks, I bought a self-love workbook on Amazon. So I'm gonna say do self-love workbook 3 times a week. I think that's pretty fair to start out. I'm also going to put down positive affirmations daily. That can be as simple as just speaking it out to yourself. Like, I am smart, I am hardworking, like whatever you want to choose to say that week. Also, I would put down here practicing gratitude daily. I know gratitude and self-love are not really the same, but when I practice gratitude, it really just does like make me feel better and just overall puts me in a better mental state. So I'm going to include that in the self-love category. And I think that's all for that one for now. Another one of my goals is to consistently do Weight Watchers for at least a couple months in a row. Before, when I was doing Weight Watchers, Patrick and I would honestly cheat like a lot during the weekends. We would be really good during the week, but then kind of just like not track during the weekends, which was fine for like one day or one meal, but we were doing it like the whole weekend, which just kind of threw us way off. So some tasks for that would be track all meals in the Weight Watchers app every day. That's not that hard. When I'm actually, you know, consistently doing Weight Watchers, I would hope that I would do this anyways. Another goal would be to meal plan on Sundays. I love doing this. It sets us up for a really good and productive week on Weight Watchers if we know what meals we're gonna cook and we have a grocery list and we can just go in, get the groceries, and we are totally prepared for all meals. So that's always really nice. Another one would be meal prep snacks for the week. So for me, this would be just cutting up fruit and putting it in little different baggies so I have it and I can grab it on the go, or divvying out like portions of chips or things like that. That just really sets me up to not go overboard when I am snacking during the week. So that would be another task. Lastly, I would put on here wine/drinking only like twice a week, which is hard because me and Patrick, we do love a good glass of wine or going out to a brewery with family and friends or just like having a beer. If you guys know, on Weight Watchers, any alcohol is kind of a lot of points, so you really have to factor it in. Those would be my tasks for that goal. Another goal that I have for 2021, and we will see if it happens. Of course, it's not just involving me, but my mom and I have wanted to start a podcast for a while now, and I would love to kind of get that rolling in 2021. For example, if start a podcast was my goal for the year, that is a big goal. So I have a lot of tasks that I could really check off each month. So for January, I want to research the best equipment, the mics. We've already gotten some equipment, but we're having a little bit of trouble. So I really need to sit down, set some time and research what's going on with that, what we need to get instead. Second step, kind of the same thing, but just watch more videos and blogs. There's so many blogs and YouTubers that have done videos like how to start a podcast. I think there's cool snippets of information in each of those videos. So I would love to sit down and just like watch a few of those for research purposes. Also get together and do a full test run once we have all of the equipment we need. Next up, just like brainstorming what we would want each episode to look like. So what would we do in the beginning of the episode? Then we would talk about like what sort of topics we would talk about. And then would we do anything for like an outro, that sort of thing. So mostly just brainstorming in the month of January. And my last goal for the January goal sheet would be to pay off some debt. So I'm not going to get too specific because my finances are personal, as everyone's are. So just to give some examples, you could put for your tasks, pay X amount on this credit card, pay X amount on your car, pay X amount on this medical bill, like whatever it might be, just really marking out what exactly you're going to pay for each month. Another task for any financial goals would be to sit down and do your monthly budget, or sit down and really dive deep and assess the exact amount of debt that you're in, which can be kind of scary, but it's important to do to really know where you're starting. So those are some example tasks if you do have some financial financial goals that you're wanting to reach in 2021. So yeah, that is exactly how I would use the monthly printable. When I developed this printable, I made it for January to December, so it is a 12-month goal tracking printable. I also developed it in a black and white version and a colored version. So if you click the link in the description box, it'll take you to my website, and from there you can either download the black and white version or the colored version. But either way, I think it's really cute. I'm so excited to see what you guys think of it. Hopefully this is beneficial to you guys and you use it throughout the year. And if you do, be sure to like post a picture on Instagram, tag me in it, let me know. I would love to see that. I think that is so fun. I love creating stuff like this. I'm like very into like graphic design and stuff like that. I always have been. So if this is something you guys would want to see more of, like different printables and things to like track your organization, goal setting, planning, like whatever it might be, I would totally be interested in doing more. So, I mean, you never know. Maybe I could just create a whole like booklet and sell it as like a planner one day. I mean, you never know. But anyways, hopefully you guys liked that little setup. The very last thing I wanted to touch on is some goals that you want to track daily rather than monthly. So one of my goals is to do my skincare routine at least once a day. I get pretty lazy. I always take my makeup off, but this is a goal I've honestly been trying to set for a few years. So I do have to give myself a little grace here. If I don't hit it every single day, then that's fine. But you know, I do want to track how many days I actually do something during the month. So for this, I would create a little monthly chart, and I will insert a clip of me doing that right here. Just like a little square with a little checkbox on each day. So you can write like skincare above it and check off if you did your skincare that day or not. And then at the end of the month, you can kind of assess, okay, I only did it 20 days this month and I really wanted to do 30, but you know, I'll try to do one more day at least next month or whatever the case might be. So yeah, that is a really good way to track things that you want to do daily. I would have made a printable for this too, but I felt like it was just something that you could really just do if you have like a little calendar set up. So it would be easy for me to just create, like draw that. Another goal that would work for this is like working out. So once I get my Peloton in February, I have a goal to do a workout on my Peloton at least like 3 times a week. So again, I would just draw a little monthly chart and check off each day that I did my Peloton. And then at the end of the month, I can assess whether or not I met that goal, how many times I did it per month, and what I want to do differently in the next month. One other huge tip is to right now on your calendar, go to the first day of each month and write in there, reassess goals and make new ones. Whether you use a paper calendar or you use Google Calendar or a different digital calendar, do that right now. Go to January, February, March, April, May, all the months, and put in there on whatever day you want to track your progress on your goals and reassess and maybe make new monthly goals. If monthly goals work better for you, then make sure you set a time each month at the beginning to make new goals and assess where you're at on your previous goals. But yeah, I think that is actually everything for this video. I am so excited about this video. I love goal setting and planning and organizing and all of that. So I hope that you guys do too. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up so that I know. If you want to see more printables, let me know. I'm totally down for constructive criticism. What did you like about the printable? What do you wish it had? Like, what do you need? What do you need? I love doing stuff like this, so I would totally be down to do more videos like this if you guys are interested. Again, that printable link will be in the description box of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and good luck on your goal setting journey. Let me know what some of your goals are down below, and I will talk to you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys.